What's up? It's your girl Sheila, and the baby is here. And I am here 12 weeks postpartum after a 34-hour induced labor on my first pregnancy at 36 years old. And I must say that that's probably been the most traumatic experience that my body have ever been through. 12 weeks postpartum now, my baby is healthy, strong, and he is growing rapidly. My goodness, he need to slow down. However, my body is not recovering as fast as I would like it to. Of course, for the 12 weeks, I have not been exercising, which people would say, hey, that's probably why you don't feel like your body is recovering. But I think everybody's body is different. And I was instructed by the doctors to not exercise for the first 12 weeks, to just give my body time to heal and close up, being that it was my first pregnancy. And far as getting into water, everybody know that I love the beach. My whole pregnancy, I was at the beach. However, the doctors advised me not to be in a large body of water because of different bacteria that could possibly get inside of your body when your wombs are open. I had a vaginal labor. I did not have a C-section. Sometimes I do feel soreness like between my thigh area and my lower stomach if I'm getting up out the bed. Of course, when I'm putting down my baby, because I had the double epidural in my back. Yes, I said a double epidural. The first one came out, so they had to do emergency epidural in my back. Again, about 8 centimeters into my labor process, which I didn't know that something was in my back. I thought, like, when you get in an accident, they just do a shot or so. But yeah, that was actually something inserted that had to be removed out of my back. And I've been taking prenatals for my journey for the most part. And of course, my body has been surviving. You've seen me eating snacks and junk food and different things. Although I do eat healthy meals and home cooked meals, I have been, for some reason, craving sugar like crazy. And it's been helping me survive those long nights or sleepless nights. Waking up every 2 hours, now 3 to 4 hours, because my baby is bigger. He does eat more, but he's eating less feedings when he's not cluster feeding on me, which either or. I mean, right now I'm an at-home mom, so that's my job and I'm okay with it. I am going to transition over to sea moss. This sea moss I had bought prior to pregnancy. However, when I read online, they said that I shouldn't take both sea moss and prenatals because it could be high in mercury or iodine. I believe it's iodine. Yeah, high in iodine. So with that being said, I had ceased or had to throw out the sea moss that I was preparing because I didn't want to have any effects with my pregnancy. Now I have rinsed 3 times this sea moss, and now I have it sitting in some fresh spring water. I'm going to do that for 24 hours. And then tomorrow I'll start the process of turning it into gel and refrigerating it so I can utilize this as my vitamin versus taking prenatals. If you do have any advice in regards to my recovery journey or how you recovered, please do so. Let me know. No, I have not put on a fupa or whatever the fajas. I haven't worn those yet. I just figured that I'm going to start my exercising by stretching. I was doing some mat exercises prior to pregnancy. That's how I lost all of that weight before my pregnancy journey. I was doing the Better Me app and doing calisthenics, which I really enjoyed. Like for those few minutes, 7 minutes workouts for the body, the sweats, everything. Hey, listen, I highly recommend it. And I think I'm going to get back to doing that, some at-home exercises. But like I said, I'm going to start with some stretches just to get my bones back functioning and get that flexibility back to see if I can still do my splits and different things. However, this is my journey. This is where we're at, 12 weeks postpartum, ladies. If you have any advice that you want to pass down, your girl ears is open because, like I say, I'm new to this, and I definitely got to be true to this and real with myself, that the body does take time to heal. I mean, I thought that I was just super, like, I was active. I'm going to snap back like pow, 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 but nah, a baby will break you down, down, down. All right? It's a beautiful blessing. It hurts, but it's a blessing. And I have been enjoying my journey. All right, ladies. Well, until then, I'll see you next time with the follow-up.